like to welcome you and tell you a little bit about PreservedLabels.com. Now, I'm assuming you're watching this video because you are somebody who makes preserves, as am I, and is my sister Tracy. And we together have created this website. She's the graphic designer who has come up with the beautiful designs, and I've created the technical website itself. Now, let me just tell you very, very quickly a little bit about these because the site itself is fairly self-explanatory. We've come up with 6 basic designs to begin with, and we hope that these 6 designs will cover the majority of preserves you might make from fresh produce, so fruits and vegetables. Obviously, there are going to be all sorts of other things we're going to add to our collection, but what we need is some ideas from you. We want to know what recipes you're making mostly, and therefore we will create the designs to go with that. And obviously, if it's a design that a lot of people might also make, a recipe that a lot of people might make, then that will go up at our normal price. But if you've got a recipe, for example, that is a very special recipe and it's your recipe, then we can custom design one for you as well. So please contact us via the social page and fill in the form, and we'll see what we can do for you. Now, Tracy has actually designed these in 2 separate sizes. I'm going to hold these up really quickly. This is our small label size, and there are 18 labels per page. I've actually already torn 2 out, that's why it's missing. And this is our large label size. These are both the citrus. And as you can see, this just looks like a big image on the page. She's done that specifically because what she's done very, very ingeniously is enabled the utilization of the page so you get both vertical and horizontal labels, and there are 8 on the large sheets. And she's put the images in there, so no matter how you put it into your printer, you will in fact be able to print off each of the labels because they all bleed right off to the edges. There's a little bit more further down you can read on the website about how that works, but it really is quite unique, and it does make them come out absolutely beautiful. Now, the labels will fit on pretty much every size jar, and we've actually gone to the trouble of making the 2 sizes that we have specifically for that. So it doesn't matter if it's a large jar, a small jar, a squat jar, or maybe even a tall jar, or even one, for example, like this one, as you can see, which has got angles all the way around it. The labels will in fact fit on them perfectly. And if you're working with bottles, for example, you're making sauces, then because you've got a nice long area of the bottle, the vertical jars, the vertical labels rather, will work fairly well on those. Now, let me just show you very, very quickly 2 that I've just put labels on. These are my preserved lemons. As you can see, over here is the white label. It's been printed on a white label, and over here it's been printed on a clear label. And as you can see, they look completely different. The clear labels can give you quite a lovely definition, but you do need to make sure that you put these onto a jar that's got clear or light coloured preserves in it. If you don't have light coloured preserves, as you can imagine, if this was, for example, a blackberry jam and I wrote on that in black, I'm not going to be able to see the writing on the label. So it's important that if you're using clear labels that you do in fact work with light coloured preserves. Otherwise, stick to the white labels. I also make sure that I write on my labels before I put them on the jar generally. I haven't obviously on that one. It just makes it a lot easier and certainly a lot neater with the writing if you do that beforehand, and make sure that they're nice and dry, because if you're using a felt tip pen that smudges and you try to put them on and use your fingers to smooth it out, you're going to ruin that very, very quickly. So we hope that there's something here for you. Please let us know if there's something that you would like to see in our collection. We will endeavour to put that together, and if there's a demand for it, then obviously we'll make it available for sale. Thank you for visiting. I hope you have some beautiful preserves, and I hope some of our labels make them look extra special. Thanks very much. I'm Victoria.